It's the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pesto Pod. My name is Julia Leahy. You might know me on TikTok as @morepesto, And today we are joined by the fabulous Jaimie Delane. But more importantly, we are joined by Marlie the Labradoodle. Woohoo! Riveting.
Yeah,
riveting content
today.
You probably know Jaimie from her account where she watches dogs to pay for your manicures, right?
Yeah.
And various other things.
Whatever I need that day.
And you especially probably know Jaimie from the one and only Hydrated King, Goose.
Yeah. Goose is the bongos, the big guy.
Big guy. Not to say that Marlie is
from.
any less important.
Well, Marlie and Goose are in like a very exclusive relationship. So,
no way.
Yeah, they're like fully in love with each other.
Oh my god, that's so wholesome.
I know.
That lab and labradoodle.
Yeah.
I hope everyone approves of that relationship.
Yeah, we love it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming. How was your journey hauling ass to get to my shitty little apartment?
What should have been easy was the most anxiety-inducing car ride of my entire life.
Sure.
Yeah, it's snowing today. So
yes, it is.
The last thing I wanted to do was take her on the subway. So I was like, oh my God, I'll Uber Pet. Like, what could be easier? And then I put her in the car, and as I closed the door, I remembered that she gets violently car sick. So
Marlie, come here. She's in my trash.
So come here. So we're in the car, and it's also like 30 degrees and still snowing outside, and I had all of the windows rolled entirely down. The driver was very confused. Marlie
Gotta get that fresh air.
Yeah.
This is something Marlie and I have in common, because I puke in Ubers way too often.
When you're sober?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I went to LA, I was just talking about LA. When I went to LA, I get very car sick, and LA is literally just stop and start traffic and hills and Ubers. And I on 2 different occasions had to ask the Uber to pull over and had to throw up violently sober.
I'm like a motion sick girl for sure.
Yeah, Dramamine.
Dramamine.
Yeah, I pop that shit.
Yeah, exactly. You need it. I usually don't throw up though, except Nick dragged me to Disney World because he's a Disney adult. That's the most embarrassing thing about me, actually, is that I'm dating a Disney adult.
Listen, I'm gonna talk about Disney adults at some point on this podcast. I know it. I have so much to say.
Yeah, no, they're
But
terrifying.
the heart of my message is that I'm done with the persecution. I want them to live. I want to let them live.
He'll be your number one listener on this podcast for the rest of the time because of that.
Okay, well, the first thing that I want to do is something that I call the pest story of the week.
Okay.
Basically, I just want you to share a whack-assery that has occurred in the recent times.
Okay.
Do you have one on the top of your head?
Yeah, do you have one on the top of your head?
No, I'm gonna think about mine. Okay. So you can go first.
All right. Okay. And it's like an embarrassing situation.
It can be embarrassing. It can be like what the fuck's going on? You know, just whatever you feel.
Oh, all right. Well, I was at the gym the other day for the first time in a long time.
Sure.
Yeah,
I can relate.
Yeah, wouldn't call myself a frequent flyer. But I go every once in a while. I dabble.
Sure.
And I wore like an outfit because I was like, oh, if I look cute, like I'll work out harder.
Right.
So it was like a sports bra, bike shorts combo. And the only thing I'll listen to at the gym is Drake. So
okay.
So,
no, I can
Passion Fruit is like playing, and I'm like, I feel so good.
Right.
I'm like on cloud 9. I'm like, I should really come here every day. This is great. And then I bent over to pick up a weight, and my entire right boob just poured out and was hanging.
God.
And
it
was hanging over it. Like it wasn't like it slipped, like the whole thing was hanging. And I was looking in a mirror, and I made eye contact with the man.
Nipple? Oh.
No, I made eye contact with the man who he saw me see him see it.
Oh my God. I wish it I thought you were gonna say you like looked in the mirror and you were just like staring directly at your own boob, and you're like, that's my boob.
No, it was just a man in his high school football t-shirt, see me, see him, see my boob.
No.
And the only thing I could do at the time, my only response was not to immediately put it away. I went boop. And then he couldn't pretend it wasn't happening. He had to acknowledge that.
No.
So he just went
added a sound effect.
Yeah.
Boop.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, like my boob was done loading. That was the sound effect.
Oh my God, it came right out.
Yeah, and then he looked at me and he went, and then turned away. And
Okay, so he
he
registered
let it go.
it. No, but he like saw it and registered it.
Oh
fully.
yeah. Yeah.
That is tough.
Yeah. So it was great. I haven't been back since because I'm scared I'm gonna see him.
Yeah, that's really tough. Yeah. That is so bad. This is a good pest story. I should have led with this. This is not this week. This is when I was a freshman in college. I think I might have told this. I came home from a party at like maybe 4:30 in the morning. It was when I lived my floor of my dorm was all the crew girls, like the girls that rode.
Yeah.
And they have 5 a.m. practice. So they're all waking up like and showering while I'm stumbling home in like a cheetah print top. So there's like a very interesting dichotomy going on there. And then I went to the bathroom, the communal bathroom, and I threw up naturally. But it has a automatic flush, so it flushed and just like sprayed back at me. These girls are showering, and I audibly made noise. I was like, ah! I yelled, and they were like, "Are you okay?" Because they heard me yell. Because I acted like I had just taken like a shot in combat. I was like, ah! And I hit the back of the stall, and then they were super nice. They like came in and like held my hair and then walked me back to my dorm. Super nice. But I like once in a while will see them because it's been 4 years, but I'll see them like on campus. I'm like, I wonder if they know that I was the girl that they peeled off the bathroom floor.
I wonder if they've ever seen you on TikTok and been like sent it to each other and been like, oh my God, it's her.
I kind of hope not. I hope they have no idea who I am. I hope they don't remember what I look like. It's so embarrassing. But puke leads me to the topic that we want, the niche hyperfixation that we want to discuss.
Yeah.
And that is the human body.
Yeah.
It's a wonderland. It's
John Mayer put it well. Your body is a wonderland.
Okay, period. I don't know if it's John Mayer. I was like, no, it's where the magic and the tragic happens, the human body. And you know quite a bit about the human body. Do you want to?
I hope I know a bit about the human body.
I hope you do too, considering you're going to treat it one day.
Yeah. No, I love it. I left my job in advertising to go back and learn about it.
I didn't know you left a job in advertising.
Yeah. The first time I went to college, I went for journalism. And then...
How old are you?
I'll be 27 next month.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought you were like 23, 24.
Thank you. That's the Botox at work.
The preventative.
Oh yeah.
I've been considering. Oh my God, God bless your skin. Okay, whoa. So you went back to you said, I'm rewrite the past.
Exactly.
Sure.
I said, let's give this another go, because if there's one thing that's not working for me, it's looking at spreadsheets as often as I do.
Period.
So I went back. Now I'm studying it, choosing what I want to do with it, what part of the body I like the best.
Yeah.
I know that you were really taken with vaginas for a while.
I was. I've told the story on TikTok, but I wanted to be an OBGYN. I was like super into it. I was like, not like into, vaginas in particular, but I was like, when I was in high school, I wanted to be an OBGYN and work for Doctors Without Borders. And like,
amazing.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to save women single-handedly. I'm going to single-handedly bring back women. But I hate it. I did all the like AP advanced science courses in high school. Took the AP bio test, fainted in the middle. Unrelated to the content. I was just like really, really like iron deficient that day. But yeah, I fucking hate it. I hate science. I hate blood. I hate numbers.
I hate numbers.
Okay, well.
I like science and blood. I'm a phlebotomist, actually.
What does a phlebotomist mean?
The person who takes your blood when you go to the doctor or like the lab.
Oh my God, you're my biggest enemy. Do you know that? I had to get my blood drawn recently because like last year, because I was tested for celiacs, and so they have to do all this blood. I have stomach issues. They had to do all this blood test, and I literally was with my mom and I cried, and she was like, "You have to get over it." She was so mad. She was like, I can't believe she had to come with me. Like I had to bring her. I'm an adult, and I had to bring her with me because I couldn't do it. And I had to I can't look at it. I can't. Blood makes me gag. I'm I'm very impressed.
Thanks. It's a new advancement. I just got my certification.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, actually, I have to. All right, well, I'm exposing myself as a liar now. I have to take my final still, but I'm gonna pass it. I've been studying
you
really
haven't
hard.
taken blood yet.
I have.
Okay,
we have
okay.
to practice. We have to practice on human beings. So we're alive.
Okay.
And
I
like,
was
again,
like, you have no experience in the craft, and you're proclaiming yourself.
no, you have to practice on living people, and Nick has been a volunteer against his will.
Do you watch Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah,
This is like when they like IV themselves.
that's basically exactly what it is. Yeah.
Terrible.
Nick drinks a ton of soda. And I've been trying to encourage him to maybe consider water instead.
Sure.
And we like have an agreement that like if he lets me practice drawing his blood, he can have a soda that day.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah.
You just
I see
sometimes you have
nothing
to
wrong with
bribe your
that.
way into a medical career.
Into a medical degree. Sure. Into a job.
Yeah.
What's an area of medicine that you like? Okay, other than blood.
Women's health, honestly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I too want to bring back women.
Right.
And so that really made me want to go into the craft. When I thought about it, wasn't sure if I wanted to do like if I was going to be able to handle the life of like vaginas all the time.
The vaginal life.
Yeah. And I got permission to tell the story before I came on here, so I'm not exposing her, but one of my friends, this is how I confirmed that I was going to be able to do this. One of my friends recently went on a trip to Africa.
Whoa.
Yeah, sick. And I have no idea like what this like ritual or ceremony or act is called. But
Scared.
basically like you have this sharp stick and you try to jump really high using the stick. That's like basically
What? Is the stick up you?
No,
You're just
you're
trying to jump
holding it.
over.
You're holding it.
Oh,
You're
okay,
using it
pole
for
vault?
momentum. But it's not pole vaulting.
Okay.
It's just like whatever this community of people that she met in Africa does. And
Okay.
so she
Comment below if you know what the fuck she's talking about.
this is like probably a detail I should have confirmed with her before I came on the show. But yeah, she basically like she was on like safari with this like tour group, so they like bring them and they meet these people and the people show them this like stick jumping thing that they do. And then her just being like, you know, the drunk girl in the crowd is like, I want to try. So they're like, okay, like come up and try. So she's like, she has a stick and she's jumping and she like thinks she's doing a great job.
It's gonna go somewhere. That stick's gonna go somewhere.
And she's drunk and she's excited and then she lands stick on vagina.
Oh. Up it.
Just like
Puncture.
like in the like
In the
clitoris area.
Stick in the clit.
Yeah. Stick in the clit.
Stick in the clit. That is rancid.
Yeah. And so she like doesn't realize the damage she's done in the moment. So then after she's like, oh, like I think like maybe I like cut myself. So she goes to the bathroom, blood everywhere, giant gash. Her vagina's gashed open. She's literally on safari in Africa. She's not staying in like a hotel or a resort. She's like sleeping in like yurts and stuff. So she like throws a Band-Aid on it and moves on.
She's hemorrhaging at the gash and she puts a Band-Aid on her clit.
Yeah.
Are you yanking my chain right now?
So then she comes home and she tells me this story. And she's like, can you look at my vagina? Because like, is it infected? And like, first of all, I think we should all remember I'm an uncertified phlebotomist.
No degree.
Yeah.
Not even phlebotomy.
I
She
have
didn't
no
pass phlebotomy
qualifications
yet.
to examine her vagina, but here I am. I looked at it every single day for 4 days.
First of all, I want to say something. That's a lot of balls. No pun intended, because privates, I guess. That for her to go to her friend and be like, take a look at my vagina.
Yeah.
I think I've only seen my friends' vaginas in like a oops context. I
Yeah.
don't think we've ever like whipped
She's
them
probably
out.
the only friend who really like spread it open for me.
Sure.
But and then the other thing is she is like about to show me her gashed vagina that's like 100% about to be infected, and I know this. And
Yeah.
the only thing
a
she says
dirty
to me
stick?
before she pulls her pants down is, sorry, I'm not waxed. I was like, that's not.
But I get self-conscious.
Yeah, but if I'm looking at it because you're telling me that you have an open wound
Yeah,
that you think is
yeah,
infected,
yeah.
that's not where my mind is going to go to.
I got I've told this story too, but I hate telling this. But I got STD tested at my campus clinic.
Oh, wait, that's good.
I know, but I just wanted to pee in a cup and have them run the pee.
Right.
I didn't want to spread my vagina.
Yeah.
And then this like old woman was like, let me see your vagina. And I had to whip it out, and I my first thought was like, oh my god, I'm not shaved. And I was like panicked, but I don't know if she like gives a fuck.
I
mean,
like
she
old
definitely
people
doesn't.
never groom. That was like a mass generalization. I just feel
Big
like,
stereotyping going on over here.
I just feel like over 40 and you just don't do it
I
anymore.
guess, right. Yeah, but she commented, not like on the fact that she was like asked if I shaved, because I think they have to know that for STD testing, probably for like crabs, right?
Oh, maybe.
Pubic lice. Y'all heard of pubic lice. So I think they have to know. But I was like, why do you have to ask? Like, you're gonna look. But then she was up in there. I hated every second of it. I don't like going to OB.
Has her machete out.
Yeah.
You got it.
I didn't finish what I was saying before, but this is what you need to know is I shadowed an OBGYN.
Oh.
Yeah. When I was in high school, and I fainted like passed the fuck out. Woke up in a different room with like alcohol pads up my nose.
In front of a patient?
Yeah, in front of a woman giving birth. It was so embarrassing. She gave birth, she pushed the baby out, and I was fine. Well, no, I wasn't fine. I was like gonna gag. But then I watched them pull out the placenta, and they put it in a Tupperware. They put it in a Tupperware. I swear to God, it was literally like a Pyrex dish. And then they were like, because they thought I'm in scrubs, and they're like, we have a student shadowing us, so they assume I'm like a medical student, not like a fucking kid. And they were like, do you want to like examine the placenta, which I guess is normal at hospitals to like check out the placenta. They're like, do you want to examine it? And I clocked that thing. It looked like a fucking plastic bag filled with meat, and I ate shit. I literally I teleported to the fucking linoleum hospital floor, absolutely gonzo, because it was so rank. And I woke up. I never saw the woman again. Yeah, well, I think they cook it in their defense,
or they like dry it out and they make it a powder and they put it in their breakfast shakes.
I think that's weird, but but
you get it
after seeing it raw. Like, I would hope they would cook it. I would never cook or dry my placenta. I don't see a need, but like, there's no way. Like, if you're eating that, it has to be cooked. It's like a raw steak. It's disgusting.
Like steak tartare, placenta tartare.
You should try. You should start like a business. Some fucking white mom is gonna eat that shit up. No.
Yeah, I'll move out to California and I'll make a killing.
Yeah, you would. Or like, I don't know, sushi. Sushi.
Like nigiri.
Yeah, like raw. Is that right? Raw? No, it was so gross.
Oh,
and I woke up in a completely different room, and then I was like, I remember the woman that I was shadowing was super scary, really like hard ass, like I get shit done woman. Like, good for her, she's probably like an incredible doctor. But I sat up and I was like, what time do I go home? Because I was like ready to leave, and my mom picked me up and I cried in the car, and I was like, I don't want to be a doctor.
How old is that baby today?
That baby's gotta be like fucking 5. Whoa. Yeah, fuck that baby. I'm so over that baby.
Oh my god. Quite the place to throw in a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I don't think they knew what I was. I don't think they knew. I have a family member that works at the hospital, and he like arranged it for me, and I think he must have like marketed
omitted
me
a few things
as like a fucking med student. I was like, no way they let a 16-year-old from the street walk in and watch a birth. Like, no shot. But there I was.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Damn. The only thing with OBGYN that I really hate, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do if I become one, is put an IUD in.
Really?
So,
in yourself? In another
I don't
human?
think I can inflict that pain on someone else.
Oh, do you have one?
I have one.
Oh, and it probably hurt like a bitch.
I consider myself to have like a really high pain tolerance.
Oh god, I'm scared.
Like, I really do. I'm pretty good. I like rarely like whine about pain. I whine if I don't feel good, but like that's necessary.
Right.
And I went to the gynecologist. This was in like October, and I love her. Dr. Sarah Williams is my bitch. Mount Sinai.
Tag below.
But I love
Check out
her.
the description.
And I wanted to wring her neck by the end of it.
Yeah.
It's
I've heard it really hurts.
terrible. terrible.
You know what I think of when I think of IUDs is street lights. Don't you think they look just like IUDs?
Yes.
Are you ever driving down the highway and I'm like,
Yes.
whose fucking giant IUDs are these?
It's amazing that a little device can cause the level. It felt like
Now I got a question. Does it hurt like internally?
Where else would it hurt?
I don't know. Never mind.
So
no,
yes.
but like does it like a cramp?
Yeah.
Or does it hurt like you're being stabbed?
So it felt like, this is actually what I can compare it to. If you were to dip a porcupine in battery acid and then shove it up there and let it move around. After it did cocaine.
But IUDs are still important to get.
No, they are. It's worth it. It's worth it. The pain was, this is the thing. By the time she left the room, the pain was gone. I was fine. I was chilling. I was fine.
But I don't know.
It was probably like 75 seconds of like acid porcupine.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
75 seconds is a long time.
It sure is.
Oh.
But worth it. Because I am never running out of a stall waddling because I'm free bleeding to get a tampon.
Okay. Well, we all have our strengths. Yeah, wow. I'm really scared of that. I just take the pill. And
Yeah.
I'm somewhat like satisfied with the pill.
I was a pill girl, but I always forgot. And
yeah, I know a lot of people who have really terrible side effects from it, but I
Right,
really
right.
never experienced anything crazy, which is why I like don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. I always forgot, and then one time I found Ciabatta chewing on my pack, and she didn't get any.
Did she only get the sugar pill week?
She was like chewing on the little sleeve that it comes in, and I was like,
She's protected.
I mean, yeah, she's
she's
spayed.
woke-
Also, she doesn't
woke
have a
queen.
uterus.
Oh,
but-
period. Okay, well,
yeah.
you know we can't all be so lucky. I like mine.
Dicks freak me out too, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Like, I would be a vagina doctor over a dick doctor any day.
I don't know what a dick doctor could possibly do. It's an external system. Like a vagina, there's like crevices.
I
what
feel
are
like
they up to?
if I ever became a dick doctor,
Dictor?
yeah, dictor, and like a guy came in and like whipped it out, like I would be like
Nice.
I would like I would like put my stethoscope on it and wait for a heartbeat. Like I wouldn't know what to do. Like I literally be like, it sounds fine. Be on your way now. Like I would have no idea what to do.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I will say this. When I was in my OBGYN era in high school, I was like the only, this is where it shows like sex ed in schools is so bad, especially I went to Catholic school, so it's like absolute shit. People would like ask me questions because they knew that I like had like,
Yes.
I've never been to the OBGYN, but I've been having sex since I was fucking like 10. I'm like, okay, well maybe you should go, girly. Maybe you should go, Morgan. Like, and I like because they don't know anything. They're like, is it
you
normal
just
for me to
blew
do
up
this?
Morgan's spot.
I don't know her name. I'm just fucking around. But I like was the only one with this information because no one knew anything.
Yeah, I also went to Catholic school, K through college.
No way. So
Yeah.
did I.
Yeah, the level that I did not know. I was just released into the wild after graduating, a virgin, and like, what did I know?
No, yeah. Well, they just it's all like abstinence in Catholic school, and
Yeah.
I'm like, no, girl, none of these bitches
was
are abstinent.
nothing.
Just teach them where to go to get like a fucking
I remember being
STD test. Teach 'em.
15 years old, and we were in the cafeteria of my high school, and they put on this giant projector this woman looking directly into the camera saying, if you've ever been fingered, you're not a virgin.
Ah! Oh my god, are you serious?
Yes.
Well, then I have some tough news to break to whoever took my virginity in 8th grade. Jesus.
It was wild.
Well, then that wipes out the whole fucking population
I
of
know.
my graduating class.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I just remember, like, you could see like people's faces drop like in the crowd. I think the teachers were all there like identifying which girls they had to like.
She's a sinner. Yeah. Well, yeah. I also like I remember I had a friend of mine who when I was in Catholic school was like, this girl in my grade thinks she's pregnant. Is it okay if I give her your number? Because, you know, I was just a fucking resident OBGYN because I went shadowed an OBGYN for one day. And I was
fainted.
like, sure. And fainted. Yeah. I was like, sure. So this girl texted me. She's like, I'm really scared. I'm late in my period. And I was like, okay, like, have you taken a test? And she's like, not yet. I was like, hey, so that's fucking step 1. Like, what? This is where we're so deprived in this nation. We have to who needs to spell this out? This is you don't let your kid be the one that is texting someone else not knowing if they're pregnant and hasn't taken a test. Teach them what to do.
My friend's little sister is 16 or 17. I don't know. She's in high school.
Yeah.
And she knows that I want to do this and called me the other day because
isn't that kind of nice and heartwarming?
Yeah. I'm so happy that she feels safe with me.
But
she called me because her friend and her boyfriend had sex, used a condom, but are like convinced that they're pregnant. And she puts me on FaceTime with them, and I had to.
And you're like, hey,
yeah,
hey girly,
and this little boy who I don't know,
hey, little boy.
And then I'm running through. I'm like, can I go to prison for this? And I'm like talking to these children about sex. So I was like,
nah.
Do you like track in an app? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, find the blue days. Like, are you on a blue day? She's like, I was like, those are your ovulation days. The boy's like, what's ovulation?
Yeah, teach your fucking son about ovulation. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this shit. I'm moving. Like, get real. Get that shit out in the open. Why are we gatekeeping my own vagina?
Right?
Let's get fucking for real.
Yeah.
Really quick to deviate from vaginas ever so slightly because the topic is the human body. This is like, if you're like squeamish, this is not the episode for you, but I have some serious gastrointestinal issues.
Well, like every hot girl does. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Naturally. You know what I really want though? I've been seeing it on TikTok. Have you ever heard of a colonic where they blast water up your butt? It's like
I've heard of it now.
It's like an extreme enema.
Whoa.
Where it's like in a facility. You don't do it yourself. You have to go to a colonic clinic, and they blast power wash the inside of and people lose 7 pounds in one sitting.
That's it sounds like a sped up colonoscopy.
It's absolutely a sped up.
Have you had a colonoscopy?
No, have you?
Yeah.
Why are you getting them? Don't you have to be over 50? You got polyps, girl?
My freshman year of college, I was not adjusting well, and I was shitting blood.
Are you gluten? Are you gluten free?
No.
Okay. I don't know then.
And
me trying to tell you
the
phlebotomist what the problem is.
Uncertified phlebotomist. Yeah. Put some respect on my name.
Sorry.
And so I was like, what the hell's wrong at 18? So I went to I went to school in Baltimore at the time. I went to just some GI in Baltimore that I found ZocDoc, and he was like, get a colonoscopy. And let me tell you a little something. When you get a colonoscopy in dorm room living, it's a really different.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's a really different situation. My mom had to fly down because I was gonna Uber by myself in Baltimore to this GI that I found on ZocDoc to be put under and have a colonoscopy and come home.
Yeah, I don't know.
So my mom had to come down. It's not a lot of fun.
I would have splurged for a hotel room just so I could have my own toilet.
Well, okay. So my freshman year, we lived in. Loyola had really nice housing, so we had our own bathroom, but I shared it with 3 other girls who were all having friends over. Everyone very well aware of what's happening to me.
They're all having friends over, boyfriends over, parents, grandparents.
They're the
full house.
The door to the hall is open. Big sign, come on in.
Yeesh.
It was terrible. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend it. It's not very fun. You literally just shit liquid.
Oh no, crazy. I know. You drink the Gatorade, right?
Yeah. My niece just gave she's a baby, so I can't be mad at her anymore. But she just gave my entire family the stomach bug at Thanksgiving. And that was the most similar thing I've ever had to colonoscopy. And
that sounds like she planned that.
100%. Yeah. It was awful.
Against you.
It was awful.
Plotted.
Nick was pulling a Julia. He just kept fainting everywhere. And then I was okay for longer than everyone else, and then I really wasn't okay, and I'm really about to share a lot on PESTO, but the human body is the human body.
You're a doctor.
I was minding my own business, studying in my living room, and I felt that something terrible was about to happen. And I got up to sprint to my bathroom, and I knew I couldn't make it, and I had to shit in my own hand on the way to the bathroom.
I was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting that at all. That was not what I was expecting. Oh my God.
It was, my cats looked at me like we even make it to a fucking litter box.
No.
It was awful.
Oh my God.
Awful. I got to the bathroom.
Respect for sharing.
I had to toss it. It was awful.
That is heinous.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So never be embarrassed of your own body.
So this is the message. No, that is so bad. Oh my god, that is so rough.
It was
that's like me when I drink a cup of eggnog. At Christmas, I had eggnog and I was like, and I ran. Like I'm not. You ever run to the bathroom like with
full sprints?
Well, you did, but like the sweat and the
fear, it's like cold sweats, like your
fear, like
your,
I'm not
brow.
gonna make it. Yeah, you gotta dab your brow running to the bathroom. So embarrassing. It's super humbling though.
It is super humbling.
Oh my god.
The human body takes no prisoners.
No, she doesn't. I have to go back home to my doctor. I'm actually like have an appointment because I have such bad stomach issues and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I got my Tums literally ready, locked and loaded right here. They're out and ready to go because I just everything I eat upsets my stomach. I tried cutting out gluten. I tried cutting out lactose, and it either makes me shit or puke.
Whoa.
It's not just one way or the other. It's both. What about like I don't know. You don't get you're just perfectly healthy. There's gotta be something else wrong with you.
No, I'm pretty great.
Do you have mental illness?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Oh,
we found it.
big time mental illness. I'm a big
Ladies
therapy
and gentlemen,
girl.
we got him.
Yeah, I was brought to you by Wellbutrin for about 4 years.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should. I got mine over there. Over on my nightside table. I mean, I guess I'm pretty grateful. I'm pretty fairly healthy, except for my poop. But we can't win them all. I did have a breast reduction.
So did I.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, when I was 17, and then I just got them lifted in 2021.
Shut up. I want to get mine lifted so bad.
It's
so bad.
It's a pretty good experience. Oh, you know what? My body fucking up. I got staph right after I got my lift, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in the scars? Like
yeah,
like on your skin?
in the right one, in the scar.
Did it look like gross?
Yeah, it was like yellow.
Yeah.
It was
gnarly.
pretty yuck. And now I feel like all I've learned about this here in school is
how to
staph
prevent
infection, and how to prevent staph infection. And I'm like, this would have been great.
Did they invite you up to the front of the class to speak? To learn from example?
I was like, this would have been so nice to
mine
learn.
healed pretty good, but I don't have feeling fully.
It took me a long...
This boob ain't nothing to it. There's nothing there.
Wait, it's really funny because my right one hangs out fine. She feels everything.
Well, I can't believe your boobs slipped out at the gym and you didn't feel a breeze. I forgot this dog was here. I'm not gonna lie. Totally just jumped.
I know, she's so quiet. I told you she's the chillest one I have.
Yeah, she's so chill.
But
do you want to go in the bed? Marlie.
What are you doing? And she like just woke up. She's so disoriented. I have to wake her up every morning.
I'll let her be.
Did people ever play boob skip ball on you?
Hey, so what the fuck is that? Do you want to give context or boob skit ball? Boob skit? Explain.
Oh my god. Ooh. Boob skip ball is it's not currently recognized by the NCAA, but
okay,
they're
not
working on
yet.
it. Yeah.
Not
They're
yet,
working
anyway.
on it. It is a sport in which people
take a breather.
I was like such a good like participant. This is like my glory days. Like I was an athlete. So boob skip ball is a sport
Go on.
where participants, players ball up paper and they shoot them to try to get them.
Oh, I have played boob skip ball then. I have played boob skip ball.
What do you call it?
I don't have a name. I don't have nomenclature for it, but I've for sure.
Yeah.
And I can like when I had big boobs, I could like put something under my boob and hold it up. Do you know what I mean?
I used to sneak alcohol into concerts like that.
Oh, well, that's a no-brainer. But I mean, like this fucking like full body mirror, I could like put under my boob and stand up, and it would just stay there.
Oh my god!
Because they're so heavy, they're huge. They were massive.
Yeah. What cup were you, if you're comfortable sharing?
4D.
Oh, I was a J.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
J for Jaimie.
I think. Oh, period. I think a quadruple D is also a G.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It was crazy.
I definitely like couldn't get my bras from like Target. I had to like
I had to go to a special place. Yeah, and they looked like they were meant for
cereal. A cereal bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like they're meant for like old Eastern European women. Like that was like
babushka.
kind of,
I remember also though like It really sucked because I wear a lot of t-shirts and it makes you look like way bigger than you are because
Makes you look so much
come
bigger
out
than you
so
really
far.
are. Yeah.
Like-
and then the
like-
shirt, you get tented almost.
That's exactly what it is.
It's exactly like if a guy gets a boner and his pants pitch it.
Back to the dictor.
But that's like basically what my boobs, but it was all the time.
Yeah. And I love the like, oh, cute little look of like biker shorts and like a big t-shirt, but no, I look like a hot air balloon.
Yeah. That was
But now
my
I look
reality as
somewhat
well.
okay, but still a little bit like hot air balloon because again, we gained a lot of the boob back.
That's basically what I did also. But it's hard when you get it when you're in college because college is just like you are having too much fun to keep a small cup size.
Well, yeah. I don't know if I would have waited though because I really loved even though I've gained weight, I still could like get a bathing suit from a normal store.
Yes.
Bathing suits were so hard.
It was like, I think having the reduction was like a necessary procedure for my confidence before college.
I agree.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, I was like so
Yeah.
much more comfortable getting
Yeah.
into it.
I also got it during COVID. And my
Oh.
mom couldn't go in with me to the surgery. And I'd never had
That's
surgery. This is
sad.
back to the top. How perfect. This is back to human body. Because we have not been staying on it. But I went in, never been in a hospital, never had surgery, anything like that before. And I had to go completely by myself. And I'm like an anxious little kiddo. So I went, I was so nervous. And my nurse was super, super nice. And I was so scared, whatever. And I cried when they put the IV in. I'm like so dramatic. Afterward, I woke up. I was like, hello? Because I'm like high as a kite.
Yeah.
And they put my glasses on for me. And I remember I went to the woman who was next to me. And I was like, do you watch Grey's Anatomy? And she was like, yeah, I do. And I was like, is this like Grey's Anatomy? And she's like, no, it's very different. And I went, do you have sex in the on-call room? And she was like, no, we don't. And I was like, man, come on. And then I was like, when I first got there, I was like so quiet and nervous. I was shaking. I was like gonna cry. And then after it happened, I was like making friends. I was like Vegas guy. I was like making friends with all the nurses. I was like, I was like the belle of the ball over there. And then they wheeled me out and forgot about me.
I had my lift during COVID, and
Yeah.
my friend picked me up from it because I didn't like stay. They just sent me on my merry way like 45 minutes after surgery. And my friend picked me up and she was driving back to my apartment, and we reclined the seat in her car all the way so that I could lay down.
Yeah.
And we were pulling up. There's this like random street on the Upper West Side where they like don't.
Oh, you got to
let
hear.
you- Yeah. I got
Oh,
to see.
damn.
Where they don't like let normal cars drive down. It's like so fucking annoying. But we pull up and the guy is about to tell her that she can't drive there, and she rolled down the window and I am fully laying down like out of body experience.
Did you have drains?
No.
Okay,
No.
cool. But you're like in a surgical
Yeah.
bra.
yeah. I'm in like a surgical bra, like my compression garment. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
still have
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
gauze stuffed in there. And I'm like still fully like there's no part of me that's coherent.
Right.
And I turn to him and I go, I'm a corpse, let her through.
Oh my god, I'm a corpse. He's like, Jesus fuck. Have you ever had your wisdom teeth out?
No, and I need to. Every single time I go to the dentist, they're like, it's that time.
It's time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to wait it out. But my best friend from growing up is a dentist. And I send her pictures of my teeth all the time. And every single time she's disappointed that they're still in my head.
My best friend from home, when I was in my OBGYN era, he was in his dentist era, and he shadowed a dentist and watched wisdom teeth get taken out, and he fainted.
No
it's like our
way.
best. It's like our most bonding experience.
Wait, that's really
He
funny.
said that he wasn't like grossed out by the blood at all, but they have to like crack your jaw, and he said the sound of it, like immediately he was out.
That would get me. Yeah. I could never do like ortho in medical just because I think the sound of like
Bones.
breaking people's bones. Smells are what gets me.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
Well,
worried about.
Everything just smells like chemicals, though, doesn't it?
Not that comes out of people.
Mm.
Like the smells that come out of people are the smells I'm worried about. Yeah. My friend is a nurse. She taught me a trick that if you just put Vicks underneath your nose, underneath
peppermint
your
oil,
mask. Yeah.
Like trauma surgeons or whatever use peppermint oil when they like cut
Yeah.
open like big giant. I don't know.
I was volunteering at one of the hospitals in New York, like in their on one of their surgical floors, and there's a lot of smells there. And I was making it through, but like hospitals just have like, they have hospital smell, which is like,
gross.
it's not
My
great.
dad has had like 20 surgeries or something crazy. He's
Whoa.
got really bad like osteoarthritis,
Damn.
and every time he comes back with those little gray socks, and I'm like, free
little grippy
socks. Yeah.
No, the hospitals have good. They've got really good hand lotion.
Oh, nice.
Because like it's so dry in there, and you sanitize your hands so often that they get so cracked. So
they have to wash it. Yeah.
Yeah, they keep the best. I literally. Oh, I didn't bring my backpack. I keep it in my backpack.
Did you bring it?
Times.
Yeah. Steal it
at all times. You need it.
Yeah.
What is like the worst medical thing
that's ever happened to me?
Yeah. If it's like not scary or like really personal. If you're
well,
comfortable.
no, I've never ridden in an ambulance. I don't really have. I like have had an asthma attack when I was a kid.
That's scary.
Yeah, I'm an inhaler.
Damn.
It's okay. More like me just being really dramatic. I'm like, you know. But no, like I don't know. I've never had. I got my appendix. I got all my shit.
They thought I had appendicitis one time. And they were gonna take it out, and I actually this is like coming full circle now. They were going to take my blood. I was like 8, and I punched that phlebotomist. And then my dad had
what if
to,
you
like,
go to
hold me
phlebotomy
down.
school and that phlebotomist is your like boss?
Oh my god. No.
It's full circle.
That would be terrible. I feel like my phlebotomy instructor told me that a little kid kicked and broke 2 of her ribs.
Yeah, I don't want my blood taken now. If you tried to take my blood when I was 8, I for sure would have absolutely killed somebody.
Yeah, it's bad. When I was a little kid, I went skiing. I love skiing, and
you broke something.
I shot off a jump, and then my knee bumped my chin, and it pushed my 2 front teeth into my head. They were my baby teeth, though, thank God. And my dad is allergic to general anesthesia, and we didn't know. I was so young, we didn't know if I was allergic to that. We also didn't know if I was allergic to Novocaine because I'd never needed it. So we took me to like some in the middle of the woods health center.
Oh God!
And he just raw dog ripped my teeth out of my head.
Do you that had to have been traumatic? Or did you block it out?
I just remember that
you
they
don't
kept
anything?
putting a ton of snow in my mouth to numb it out.
Oh, kind of smart. How convenient.
Yeah. Yeah, what a place.
Actually, probably not a bad place to have it.
Yeah, and the tooth fairy left me like $20, so it was worth it.
Yeah, she did.
But my mom said she like got the call in the mountain that I'd fallen, and she went to ski patrol, and she thought that I was like dead because there was blood everywhere in the snow because ski patrol had been having me hold snow on my mouth.
Oh, and
then I was just tossing it, so I was just leaving a trail of blood behind me as I went. But I was
God, she thought you had been like eviscerated.
She was like, "Oh my God!" And then she got there, and I was just like a buck-toothed kid, like.
Oh my God, that is so crazy. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we're both a couple of
healthy
bitches out here in these streets because you never know.
You never know.
You never know. Also, thank you so much for coming on the Pesto Pod.
Thank you so much for having me on the Pesto Pod.
You're my first guest that is not someone I know like exclusively.
You're my first podcast ever.
Yeah, that's right. Not the last though. Not the last.
Gosh.
Do you tell the people where to find you?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Jaimie Delane. That's the only place you can find me.
All right, period. Look her up. You'll love it. And thank you so much for tuning in. Check us both out, and we'll see you next week on the Pesto Pod.
Bye.
Woohoo!
It's the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod.